Hey guys, welcome back to Team Foxer. In this episode we're not messing about, we're getting straight on with the fox action. Also stay tuned because at the end we have some bonus feral pigeon footage. I'd been calling in this field for a couple of minutes when I was about to pack up, and I flicked the lamp over as I often do before I put the gun away, and I noticed a set of eyes walking through the cabbages. This one came into a nice 70 yards. Job's a good one. As you can see, he was a monster dog fox. We actually have some cover crop in the neighbouring field, and there's my car. I stood just in front of the car, off the Primos trigger sticks, shooting into the cabbages. That night we only ended up with the one. I placed it on the back of the car and chucked him in the incinerator on the way home. A couple of nights later, we're out on a different shoot. Here you can see a fox casually going about its business in a field. As we pulled in, it was already there along with a few hares. I stayed and observed him for a few minutes because actually, as you can see from his body language, he wasn't really fazed by our presence, so I decided that with a quick distance check it was probably a little too far to take from there, so I decided I'd get in a little closer. So after a quick distance check, I conclude that after his behaviour is such that he's obviously relaxed enough to lay down, I think I'm able to stalk in a little closer to make sure I'm going to nail it. So here I am now, having taken either 50 or 70, I forget which, paces towards the fox, and squeaked to make it stand to attention. A very satisfying thud, and an obvious thump at the end of it, is the conclusion to that tale. Another couple of nights later now, and I'm out checking my Syndicate shoot. Here you can see the tractors in the background. They're actually lifting up some sugar beet in a field or two behind where I could see this set of eyes coming from. I'm actually stood at the back of one of our drives. This clip, originally several minutes long, as the fox casually making its way towards the corner that I've got on the truck, some 70 to 80 metres I suppose to my right. I use that post in the field as a marker. Once I know the fox is past that, I know that 1, the direction of the shot is safe, and 2, it's also within range.
Oi!
Perhaps a tad high, but once again that thud, and the ultimate conclusion is a dead fox. Now I'm back out on a piece of ground on a neighbouring shoot that I was invited to a few weeks back to do some foxing. For this fox, it had been spotted several times while the underkeeper was feeding up, and it's quite a cautious one. You'll see that when my additional IR goes on, the fox bolts essentially, so I have to rush a shot, and it's a fair distance this one to be taken off of sticks, but the result's the usual one. One last fatal look over the shoulder is often the demise of the fox. Let's take a quick trip down now to New South Wales and see what sort of week Jason's had. With that much red mist in the air, there is only one Team Foxer conclusion. Thank you, Jason, flying the flag for Team Foxer Down Under. Now, we're back out onto my neighbouring shoot that was an invite. We'd seen a couple of foxes in this field, so we went back on what was actually a very windy evening, and unfortunately for us, the wind, by the time this fox had come to the caller, was blowing our scent directly to it. So I've included this clip to show you just what happens when a cautious fox scents you. And there you go. Straight away, there was no need to me giving an oi or anything like that. All I'm going to do is educate that fox even further. So I've decided to leave that one for another night. Same night, slightly different area. We knew that there was a fox working this particular piece of cover crop, and as we pulled into the field, we could see it some way off. Again, this was a fairly long but extremely rewarding stalk into this fox as it laid down at the edge of the field. It's always well worth observing from a distance the behaviour of the foxes. As it was, again it was still quite windy, and I felt that the fox was about to walk off. As you'll see, I'm turning my IR on and off so as not to arouse the fox's attention as it looks in my direction, but as it stands up to move off, it gives me enough of a chance, and certainly enough of the fox to be able to see it, so that I feel comfortable enough to take the shot. And there you go, that's one less pheasant muncher laying in the bottom of a ditch. It was an awkward retrieve, but I picked him out, chucked him in the incinerator with the others. Right, let's have a look at some pigeons that I've been taking care of for a neighbouring pest controller.
Yeah, that.
So these feral pigeons have been inside a grain store. There's quite a few in here and several on the outside of the building as well. So the footage you're about to see is me using my Air Arms S510 FAC Extra dialed down to around the high teens in terms of foot-pounds of energy, so it's not going to penetrate the skin of the building and do any damage.
Might have gone a bit high, that. Oh, my bucket. Yeah, that's definitely.
Close, isn't it?
Just a little bit.
Give him a nice headshot. Perfect. Perfect.
And that concluded that essential pest control mission. Thanks ever so much for watching, guys. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care, stay safe, and as always, happy shooting.